It's time to leave the past in the past. So I decided to make this video as a direct result of my last video. And if you have not seen that video, please go ahead and take a look at it, because it's a pretty fire video, it's pretty informative, but I'm gonna leave that all up to you. Anyway, so I made this video as a result of my last video, which is about why I decided to ditch social media for 7 years. And I did go ahead and create an Instagram, and it was my first time ever seeing an Instagram page, everything in like a whole, like I said, 7 years. But it did put me into my high school account, my freshman high school account. And one thing that really stuck out to me when I was scrolling through was how many people are caught on the past rather than on the present and moving on to bigger and better things. Whether they talking about their ex, whether they talking about how some job cheated them out of opportunity, whether how someone did them wrong. But it just gave me the inspiration for this video, and the main point to drive home. And the main point to drive home in this video is why it is time to let go. You need to move on. It is 2024. It is time for you to focus fully on your future and stop looking backwards, instead looking forwards on what's to come. To not glaze over the importance of your past is extremely, extremely important. Your past is what makes you who you are today. The people you grew around, the stories and shows you used to watch growing up, the school you went to, the kids you were friends with, the environment, the city, everything around you, everything that you grew up listening to, watching, hearing, seeing, all of that is built into the fiber of your being. All of that is made who you are today. It is very, very important for you to not forget your past. However, it is very important for you to learn from your past and move on into your future, into whatever it is, whatever climate that you're trying to change, whatever you're trying to get into. The trap that most people fall into is trying to either one, run from their past, or two, trying to make up for the mistakes of their past. I'm a firm believer in not living with regrets. I believe that the more that you live with regrets, the more and more you are stuck in trying to undo your mistakes. And your losses in life are never losses. Your losses in life are always lessons. Yeah, you might have missed out on dating Ariana Grande, who's now super big, or yeah, you might have missed out on investing in Uber when it just launched, and now you're not a multimillionaire, you're still working at McDonald's. But use that as a lesson. What can I get from me not giving Ariana Grande a chance? Maybe it should show me in my character that I should be more open-minded, and that maybe that people who seem this way, I shouldn't write them off as such and give them a chance to actually grow and be a part of their life if they're a good person to me. Maybe when I'm going forward and investing, instead of listening to my broke ass cousin about what stocks to invest in, maybe I'm gonna do my own research and decide whether or not that this company is the best for my money to go into. You know, you don't take them as losses, you take them as lessons. I've had my own fair share of losses, and you know, without those losses, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in this position that I'm in now. I'm very grateful to have the knowledge and have the experiences that I have in my life that has enabled me to put me into the position I am now. Without it, I wouldn't be making this YouTube video. I wouldn't be making this channel at all. Growing up, just like probably every single African-American child, I wanted to be an athlete. That was my #1 goal, and I always told myself as I got older as a kid that if I did not become an athlete, I was going off myself. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it blunt for you. That was my all or nothing approach. Like, I'm the type of person, and this is just will probably always be how I am. I'm the type of person who puts all of my eggs into one basket, because I'm a very confident person, and I believe that anything that I put my mind to will work out, and like truly put my mind to, not just say put my mind to, that anything I really do put my mind to will work out. However, back to the main point, because I'm rambling a bit. Take your losses as lessons. Ideally, as I was saying before, it's important for you to remember your past, but to never try to forget it. Once you do identify your past, and you do now come to the present and identify your future, it is now up to you to determine how you're going to use your past to elevate your future. Everybody has a purpose in life, right? Everybody's purpose is different, and the majority, I'd probably say that 99% of people's purpose on this planet comes from using their past to motivate them and fuel them into their present. For example, people who are growing up in less than fortunate circumstances, who use the circumstances of their livelihood and use all of their present surroundings as fuel to put themselves in a better situation, essentially using their past to put themselves into their future. Or people having been cheated on or gotten their heart broke, instead of being a sucker, now they're going to use their past, their pain from their breakups and relationships, to their present, being more selective with who they choose to share their time with and who they end up cuffing and giving their time and money and effort into. The trap that most people fall into is using their past and their pain and applying it to their present situation and not harvesting it in a productive manner. If you ever just go into a workplace or just with a group of friends that you might have or associate with, you see that a lot of the conversations end up coming to shit talking.
And he posting this like that's his. That's not his, bro. Oh, he be borrowing money from his baby mama. That's probably his baby mama's will.
When you really just sit back and look at it, you realize that, like, I don't care. Like, these conversations don't hold any weight. They don't matter. They don't contribute to anything I'm doing. They don't add value to my life. They don't progress any narrative forward. Instead of someone using their heartbreak as a lesson to be more selective and careful and to see red flags in people who they didn't see it in before, now they just use it as a barrier to not only block their own happiness and their own blessings, but at the same time their potential other partner, and just overall clouds the judgment in a way that makes them so negative about any future interactions with another person that they're unable to really get that same feeling that they would before that experience happened. Your past should be a cautionary tale. Your past should be something to use as motivation. Your past should be something to use as a lesson in order to truly grow from that experience, and then ask yourself how you're going to utilize that experience to further myself in life. And that should be really everyone's goal from using their past and bringing up their past so much. Unfortunately, a lot of people have not learned to do this, and they keep falling backwards in life. You always have that aunt or that uncle or that friend that just seems to always really be stuck in one place, and it's just because the negativity that is harvested in their minds so much through the negative experiences they have had in life, they have never been able to truly learn how to foster that into something positive that they could use to better themselves or better someone else or better their circumstances. If anything, if you were to take anything from this video at all, it would just be to really honestly and truly take a look at yourself. I'm actually gonna put up a graphic on the screen of something that's been on my phone for like the last 4 or 5 years, and I don't have it exactly. Remember, I might not say word for word here, but it goes along the lines of be present with your thoughts, your words, your actions, because they shape the world around you. So if you keep looking at your past and you keep referring to your past and you keep talking about your past and it's something that you're not really using in a productive manner, you're gonna keep being stuck in that place. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the law of attraction, and it goes hand in hand with energy and everything like that. But the more and more you keep talking about your negative experiences, That's all you're going to continue to experience and be left in. I've never seen someone who has ever succeeded in life by being a negative person and continuing to refer to what didn't work for them or what hasn't panned out for them or whatever negative experiences they keep having. I've never ever, and you could find me someone, bro. Find me someone who you've seen that is just negative all the time and who lives in their past. I mean, lives in their past of failure or regret or resentment. I trust me, you won't find one. And if you do, I'll delete the video. But yeah, you have to use your past as motivation, as a lesson in order to grow your future self. If you continue to live in your past, talk about what didn't work for you, continue to live your present life as your past, basically living your life with the same experiences of your past, therefore you can't really move forward in life. One thing that I've done personally, to face my fears is face them head on. And that's very cliche. You might not even want to hear that, but it's so true. By living in fear of the past and using your past as your present, you miss out on so many opportunities to be the person you are truly capable of being. In our minds, right? And I think everybody has this voice in their minds. In our minds, we have that voice that always tells us the right thing to do. And every time we're about to do something, where they might, do a little swipe at the grocery store, a little skip scan, I've been guilty of it, trust me, I'm not no saint, or we have a big test to study for, but we got a PS5 controller right there, or we're trying to eat healthy, and you see the chicken and broccoli in the freezer, you just gotta thaw it out, but then right next to it, you see the Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and right before you do those actions, you have those thoughts in your mind, the one thought telling you to go and go and eat that Ben & Jerry's, go and pick up that PS5 controller, go ahead and steal that item. But then you have that overwhelming voice that is telling you the right thing to do. Everyone, I know I have that voice. Everyone has that voice. You have that voice that's telling you the right thing to do or the thing that you should do. It's unfortunate that we don't listen to that voice enough because that small voice, the one that's telling us the wrong thing to do, is so tempting to listen to. It reminds me of like Jasmine from Aladdin, that kind of alluring voice.
I never realized how incredibly handsome you are.
All in all, to say, really, if there's one thing that you should truly take from this video is to identify, just take a minute, sit down, think about all of your experiences in life. Think about your most compelling, your most thought-provoking, your most dramatic experiences, the ones that have really made you feel something in this life, whether that's good or bad in your past, and then take a second to look at all of your bad experiences that you've had, all of the L's that you've taken in life, all the things that you wish you had done differently, and ask yourself, what can I learn from those experiences to apply to this current moment to make myself a better person, to make me more money, to open my mind and open me up to new experiences, and really just find what it is that you can identify within yourself that'll unlock you as a person. At the end of the day, we're all still growing. We have so much potential. Everybody has so much potential in this world to be what they want to be. Doesn't mean you have to be famous or you have to be mega rich or you have to be the next LeBron James or whatever the case is, but we all have a purpose in this life and we're all great at something. We just have to find what it is. We have to use our trauma to our benefit. We have to use our bad experiences to our benefit. We have to use our past to our benefit. And as long as we continue to live in the past, that's where we will remain, is in the past. Thank you for watching.